والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you in this Eastern Province hackathon with أمانة المنطقة الشرقية. And today, inshallah, we'll talk about innovation and entrepreneurship in the municipal sector. Since we have only 45 minutes, maybe I will let some minutes for the question and answers. I will go a little bit, fast in my presentation. And I think the first question is why I think you are here because you want to be entrepreneurs. That's why maybe you are participating in this hackathon. Not only because you want to be entrepreneurs, but also you want to solve some of your city's biggest problems and try to invent new products and new services. So here we are talking about public entrepreneurship, which is an alternative, inventive approach for leading change in public realms. So it's not about technology, it's about making necessary change in the cities. And if it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when and how. And I think the when it should be very quickly, because we are, and you'll see, we are in the digital transformation era. So we need to go quickly, and how maybe we need to establish the right startups, right companies to initiate or to put in place many solutions to certain problems that we have. We are in a very rapidly changing digital economy. We cannot succeed only by just making changes in our management practices, but really we need to move our business models, okay, to become a destination for customers that are hoping for new life events in any city. I see some comments already. There's a problem. The presentation will be in English. So what is public entrepreneurship? It's a process of introducing innovation, the generation of and implementation of new ideas in the public sector. Okay, so we don't talk about maybe the private sector, but now in the public sector. And you know the importance of the public sector, and especially the municipalities, the amanat. Okay, so they play a very important role, a leadership role in our community development. They manage and administer the local business environment. Also, they provide many essential and basic infrastructure services. For example, they deliver and manage solid waste, water, electricity, health, education, urban passenger transport, street lighting services, etc. Okay, so this is an important. These are important services for us that we are benefiting every day. So we want it, okay, to be better and better, to improve more and more. And as the proportion of the world population living in urban areas is continuing, to grow, according to the United Nations, 66% of world population will live in urban areas by 2050, up from 54 in 2040. So here, all these municipalities and amanat will face a huge demand for new and improved infrastructure services. I think most of you are young, okay, and good news that according to the Arab Youth Survey 2 years ago, 2 in 5, young people in GCC, they are showing the greatest entrepreneurial spirit, and they want to start their business within the next 5 years. And I hope all of you will do it soon. We are in the era of digital transformation, and I think municipality or municipal government will not be isolated from this huge transformation but there is a huge need, importance, and benefits to digitalize this public sector by using digital technologies, and this should be an integral part of their service delivery mechanism. So digital government refers to the use of digital technologies as an integrated part of government modernization strategies to create public value. This will rely on digital government ecosystem comprising government actors, non-governmental organization, business people, and also we as citizens, okay, we need to contribute, okay, and there are some also some associations, they may support the production and the access of data, of services, okay, and the content through interaction with the government according to the OECD. Every minute that we're passing, okay, it's going in our life, a lot of things are happening around the world, especially with the internet, okay. You know, we are very active in social media. A lot of, you know, content is uploaded, is shared, connections, you know, and huge, okay, you know, disruption in technologies. According to the World Economic Forum, you know, there are around 12 clusters of disruptive technologies that are able to make a huge impact in the economy of the world. Okay, it can reach $33,000 billion by 2025. Okay, so the Internet of Things, cloud, energy storage, 3D printing, renewable energy, you know, big data, the internet, drones, blockchain, robotics, nanotechnology, and you know, all these smart cities, artificial intelligence, next generation education, cybersecurity, energy, internet, circular economy, now transportation, food, human democracy. A lot of movement is you know, going on, okay, within this new technological or digital technology transformation. So you are here, okay, and I think you are looking for ideas, you are looking for, you know, helping our municipalities, okay, to move forward, you know, within this technology transformation era. We are living also in a business world that is unpredictable, okay, everything can happen anytime, okay, just we are, alhamdulillah, we are the end of this coronavirus pandemic, okay, and hopefully inshallah things will go better. So you are looking for ideas and the opportunity identification, you know, it is like looking for a needle in a haystack, okay. So you are, if you want to really start your business, you need to always have this let's say lump, okay, this opportunity lump that is going on. Wherever you go, there is, or there can be an opportunity for you to start your business. So today, the startup challenge, the startups must focus sharply if they want to win the game, and they must also stay flexible if they want to win the game. It's like you are walking on a rope. Sometimes you want to focus, okay, on certain areas, but focusing also feels like this, okay, which of these areas, okay, is to choose. So it's better that you have the idea that fits, okay, for the future. So don't look at maybe the traditional, the old way of thinking about business. We need to look forward. What will happen in the next 5, 10 years? We have a vision 2030. We have also, you know, beyond that, maybe 2050, the world will be even populated more with 10 billion people. Okay, so you can create, you know, ideas that can, you know, fit to the reality of the future, and also that can be sustainable, okay, for a certain period of time. You know, we need, first of all, to when we are engaged in this digital transformation in the municipality, okay, we need to better understand our citizens, our people, okay. They are, every one of us, he's a citizen. We have desires, we have sometimes frustrations, okay. So we need, okay, you need to focus on the user. New technology can increase the government ability to deliver essential services to the community, okay, because if it is done poorly, it often erodes public trust, okay. But public always is looking for his municipality to make changes, to make forward steps, okay, to get him his services better and better. So it's very important, it's critical that you're solving problems your actually they have, not what you think they might be, okay. So here we try to adopt a human-centered design approach that can help you to understand your community needs while designing, okay, your next digital product or service or company. New technology and systems can be confusing or threatening. If you implement it, okay, without the people, without the citizen awareness, you get his input, okay, so it will be, a waste. So we need to explain what is the value that your initiative, that your idea will bring, consult with them, okay, at every stage of the project. So if you fail and your tech project will fail, okay, also this relationship and cause people to be doubtfully skeptical about the future. Also, try to build for inclusion, okay. Get your idea and consider how this idea can be accessible for everybody, okay. For example, for those who don't access to the internet, okay, for example, a rural, okay, or whom tech is unaffordable, or those who may not use digital tools, okay, for example, older people, or they have certain physical disabilities like vision impairment, okay, etc. So there is a huge potential for ideas for these people, okay. New technology tools can increase access to information, and they can also further isolate and marginalize those who already face barriers. So we need to include everybody. So we need to digitize the processes to speed the service and reduce the costs. Okay, so effective tech transformation for the government usually means not choosing the most sophisticated technology available. So the right technology may existing systems. It should also be run with the current employees and should connect, okay, to systems. There's always a significant challenge in picking the right technology, okay, or the best, the last one, okay, the cutting edge software, but irrelevant, okay, in a few years. So if one invests in tech that is too old, it's obsolete before, okay, you start. Also ask yourself where, okay, or what are the most innovative government that did that, okay, and I will see you I will show you some examples, okay, of government around the world, okay, in some areas, and what are the ideas they implement. Will we able to manage it internally with some training, or we will always need some external, okay, support from those who create this technology? Why we need to digitalize our municipal records? Because it will save time, okay. So through the cloud, we can find things very quickly in a second. Don't need to go always and have storage rooms for our files. It will increase the security, ensure that any disaster, okay, that happen, we can access to our data documents quickly, anytime, easy compliant, by digitalizing our documents, this retention schedule can be managed, okay, for you, and the cloud that is hosting the documentation, he will manage, okay, allow you to set a retention period on your documents. Less in-person activity, okay, so, and it will save huge, okay, of cost. Okay, so we don't need printers, we don't need, okay, so even it's good for the even the environment. But we need also, you know, automated metrics, okay, to understand how services or infrastructure are being used. So technology projects are challenging, and the bigger and the more complex they are, okay, they are maybe prone to fail. So we can start with a small pilot initiative, and we should learn as we go, and we try it. We make the necessary adjustment, okay, as needed, based always on the feedback from our people, from our citizens. Okay, this will help, okay, to advance, to succeed, you know, and to test our systems, to put in place a track system, okay, to see if, you know, we are doing well or not. So these metrics, okay, will help us to achieve our goals, okay, in our projects. Opening data, also creating new ways citizens can access information to improve transparency and accountability. So we try to build systems for our citizens, which means they should understand what it is for and how it can make their lives better. So we have what you call open data, okay? So frequent development will reduce the fear of the unknown and lets residents know a good idea what is coming. So if your people don't use your project, it will be a failure, okay? So, but technically successful, so you need to let them, okay, what's going on, and need to advertise the service when it is complete. Now, you are looking for a, okay, and until, you know, you will go until it will be implemented. It's always come from a gap, come from a problem. Okay? Citizen, we are facing a huge amount of problems every day, every week, every month. Okay, so these are some examples that I always give people when I'm talking about entrepreneurship, about innovation. You know how they solve normal life, you know, problems. Okay, for example, in Japan, because they have small refrigerators, they make their cubic watermelon, and they sold it with very high price. In Spain, they have, if the butcher is closed, okay, so you can still go vending machine and buy meat. In India, they face a huge mortality of you know, babies because of lack of incubators. Okay, 20% of mortality compared to the, for example, US. On so there was a company Extreme that found you know, a solution, which is a baby incubator that you can take it home. One of the terrifying moments in MRI in hospitals, it is when we have so usually they cannot maintain for 45 minutes around. So some people create this decoration, usually people or the kids they like, okay, so they can stay in that machine for that time looking. You can do a zoo, you can do aquarium. It depends on the what this kid is liking. When we go, okay, and how we try to transform our municipality into smart cities. So first of all, it will help us to save costs. Okay, so according to a research by ABI, they predict that smart city technologies could save companies, government, and citizens $1 trillion, you know, by 2022. Okay, so the increase of use intelligence, data sharing, analytics, and sensors by both businesses and authorities will improve the efficiency of public and commercial operation and lead to huge cost saving. So if you take the example of the city of Barcelona, okay, in Spain, they saved more than 75 million users adopting the IoT-driven smart water lighting, in 2004. So they make Barcelona a smart city.
Barcelona is ready for innovation and wants to become a smart city.
Es un distrito de tecnología y de innovación, distrito el cual está abierto a recoger proyectos de infantil.
In this project, what we're using is LED lights. One of the great benefits of using this sort of lighting is that you get a very accurate and individualized control. This is something you definitely don't have with a traditional public lighting.
Nos encontramos con un videosensor que nos va a detectar presencia y gestionará la cantidad de luz.
So if someone is walking close to the light, this sensor is going to detect that and it's going to go out.
En esta tarjeta tiene toda la parte de comunicaciones, una red de sensores, una red wifi, está registrando lo que sería el consumo, lo tenemos reflejado y en tiempo real en el centro de control. Lo que nos permite es en tiempo real poder regular de 0 a 100. Es una tecnología que está desarrollada con productos que la propia lámpara no contamina.
It reduces costs, reduces consuming, increase quality of care. The idea is to manage the city in a very sustainable way.
Por otro lado, le va a ofrecer un confort a los ciudadanos, tener la luz necesaria en la situación de la estación del año o del momento.
Citizen can stand to financially benefit from these smart cities, smarter, greener modes of transport, for example, cycling, electrical car sharing, now technologies that will make our journeys more efficient. For example, Web and City Mapper save people both time and money. So citizens also can fuel smart city development, saving each other money, for example, through the exchange of apps, platforms founded on the shared circular economy concept, for example, like Olio and Depop in UK, Wallapop in Barcelona, and Jasper in Berlin. The next important thing is that it is the environmental impact. So smart city technologies like IoT enable water management systems, smart mobile tools, and smart energy grids will improve the efficiency of city operation and services. So this will reduce energy and water consumption, will cut down traffic and congestion. So here it means the environment and will improve waste management. For example, in the city of Chicago, they had put in place what they called an array of things, installing sensors and cameras on street lights in order to measure air quality, sound levels, temperature, water levels on streets and gutters and traffic. So this is the city of Chicago.
The array of things is a network of sensors. It's really about providing data to the residents of the city of Chicago, as well as to scientists and policymakers. Over the next 2 years, we'll be installing a network of 500 sensor devices that will help us to better understand some of the challenges of city life, whether that's urban flooding or air quality and asthma, and give us information that will help scientists to better understand what's at the root of some of these challenges, will help policymakers use that insight to start to address some of the challenges.
We'll be able to understand things like because the array of things will help us see where water is collecting. It will help us understand pedestrian and vehicular traffic patterns better so that we can offer better services.
We designed a sensor package, a dozen or so sensors that give us data about air quality, the environment, temperature, humidity, barometric pressure, vibration, and even magnetic field. The devices are intended to be mounted on the side of buildings and on street signal lights. The Array of Things project is about open data. There'll be a web portal at the University of Chicago. There's the City of Chicago Open Data Portal, where we will host the data. And then a number of companies and universities and foundations have already approached us and said, we want to provide a portal for education, or we want to provide a mobile application for people with asthma.
I love the most, I think, about the Array of Things that it's truly doing science in the city and out in communities, and that we'll be able to engage with community groups to help them make the data their own and figure out how to use it to address questions that they have.
Where we see an intersection of resident concerns, science interest, and policymaker interest, that's where we see for an Array of Things deployment in Chicago. We're working in the Pilsen area. We want to understand air quality as it relates to traffic patterns on the expressway and as it relates to factory schedules. Working with the city and the Chicago Loop Alliance to put sensors at every block along standoff in the loop to better understand pedestrian and traffic flow. This is important for urban planning, it's important for businesses, but it also gives us data that will help us to improve traffic safety. The potential for the Array of Things project in the area of education is tremendous. We just finished an 8-week curriculum with Lane Tech High School, with faculty from Lane Tech and the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, and they designed a sensor experiment, collected data, and learned about sensing in general.
By publishing all of the Array of Things data, you're going to see partnerships with the city as we research problems like urban asthma. You're going to see civic technologists using the data to build new products and even businesses. And you're going to see community groups really be able to use this data to understand their communities and their neighborhoods better as we all try to build a better Chicago.
Also, this will help city operators to identify ways to save energy, use their more effectively, address environmental issues such as urban flooding, reduce waste production, improve the living condition for citizens. Okay, so we can see here this 23-foot tall air purifier that vacuums up smoke, filters the bad particles, and releases clean air that is being tested in the city of Beijing. Also, it has an environmental impact. Okay, technology such as big data can be citizen encourage more environmentally friendly behavior. So in Seattle, in US, the trash track project attaches tags to the trash and then select the number of the city citizens, the capacity to follow it as it moves through the city streets system. So you can know when you are throwing anything in the trash, when okay it is they pick up, okay, and where it is going. Okay, so they tried in Seattle in many places, and the trash truck will will have the potential to encourage people to make more sustainable decisions about what and how much they consume and how it affects the world, as has been mentioned by Asaf Biderman, the Associate Director of Sensible City. So this is the Seattle. This is after a week, 2 weeks, where the trash is going. The same, you see here, coffee cup that you throw, where it is going after 7 days, 8 hours, 42 minutes. Also, efficiency gains. So Intel, they estimate that smart city initiatives could save each global citizen 125 hours a year. A lot of this will come up from reduction in traffic, congestion, usually the pickup time, you know, vehicles, they speed in cities, you know, 4 miles per hour, causing drivers to lose up to 70 hours per year. So smart cities with integrated IoT-enabled infrastructure, which lead to better traffic and therefore quicker and safer roads, could therefore give drivers up to 60 hours back annually. Okay, so we have some technology, car technology, sharing technology like Journify in Spain, Zipcar in UK. Okay, so this will help, okay, with the self-driving vehicles to reduce, okay, to be more efficient, you know, in gaining our time. Connectivity, you know, the Internet of Things will help, and big data will create real-time communication between people, from smartphones to buildings, bridges, trains, etc. Okay, so greater connectivity through technology like Google Hangouts, XP will eliminate the need for unnecessary travel. It will save people both the time, the money, allowing them to connect with those on the other side of the city in real time. Between citizens and government is also becoming more fluid in the smart city, where feedback apps such as citizen incorporation will allow people to report incidents and issues in their local area to the municipality through their smartphones. And also there are civic forums like here in Iceland. It's called Better Reykjavik. Okay, they give citizens a direct line of communication with their local authority, will improve citizen institutional, okay, and social cohesion. Life quality also, smart city initiatives will prioritize people, using of Wi-Fi. نرجع مرة أخرى, we come back to Barcelona. All these are a map of free Wi-Fi hotspot, in the city of Barcelona. Also the smart tag on the Barcelona bus stop. This will give more good and high quality of life. Next point, the last point, maybe it is the economic prosperity. Smart cities will attract more businesses. They will boost the economy and reduce unemployment. So smart buildings, smart cities, even there are smart windows. They will save businesses huge cost. Can up to 25% on cooling and on lighting cost. So there is not too much time to show you the last video about the smart buildings. Just last word, maybe two minutes for our young people, who are maybe looking to start their businesses, is to ask yourself, do you have the potential successful entrepreneur? Yes, inshallah, but strengthening your characteristics and skills, of entrepreneurship, to take risk, to be curious, imaginative, persistent all the time, goal setting, to work hard, to have the self-confidence, to have the flexibility, independence. In other words, you create your entrepreneurial DNA. We have anyone can be an entrepreneur. Young, old, men, women. We can do it from home. We can do it as a part-time. It can be a family business, or when even we drop. We exit our companies. But we need to build our skills. There are a lot of new skills there, as mentioned in the World Economic Forum. Is no more that old one. And we can see this picture. Before there's the photographer and the now both of them, the driver, or the pilot and the cameraman, they lost their job to the drone. So we need to look at it for the future, the journey of the entrepreneur, inspire, learn. He can be a founder, a startup, scale up, and a champion in his field. Never fear, fear everything and run, and face everything and run. So eliminate the fear, start now. Don't waste time, but the most important is the value proposition, what you will give to your people, and build a good business model. For sure, there are many incubators, many places where you can learn how to do these things, so that you build your entrepreneurial capacity. Inshallah, I hope that you had an idea about what is going on in certain cities around the world with the new technologies, how these technologies will improve our life as citizens, and that there will be a huge collaboration between municipalities, the private sector, and why not also universities, as we saw in one of the how they collaborate with research institutes, with universities, so that they can come up with a better solution to improve our lives as entrepreneurs. Thank you very much, and I hope that you benefit from this small presentation, and I'm glad to answer any of your questions. Any question شباب؟
شكرا لك دكتور مراد. عندك الأسئلة موجودة عندك في الشات.
في الشات.
يعني.
Okay. Can we land use system? Yeah, if you want to ask a question, yeah, you can unmute yourself. We have only maybe 4 minutes to do it. Yeah, Abdullah, you can open your camera. No, sorry. Anyone who can ask question, because the other are not maybe questions, are suggestions. We can do same survey. Can we have land use permit system where all services will be available at several layers? You can access the data. Municipalities will merge. Of course, yeah. Okay. Any solution that will increase the of the municipalities and reduce the waste of the, you know, of the there is the same that you are talking about. I last week. Okay, it is in UAE, in the real estate, you know, valuation of the valuation of real estate. Before, it takes long time to do it. Okay, and you know, people, they need to wait until they get that certificate. Now, in a few seconds, using artificial intelligence, this valuation is done. So this will help, you know, people to get their permits, okay, you know, very, very quickly, you know, using new technology. But of course, you know, the municipalities, they should be also equipped, you know, by hardwares and softwares, okay. And here comes the role of the startups, is to, you know, think about projects that will help, okay, to increase the efficiency, you know, municipality, and in return, okay, you know, residents of, you know, will benefit. Any other question?
Yes. Can I ask question through the microphone?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yeah, actually, it's better to exchange questions through the microphone for all lectures. Anyway, thank you so much for your presentation. It's valuable information. My question here is the entrepreneurs in Saudi Arabia, they are passionate and they look forward for technology, but unfortunately they don't have research and development arms. They don't have open doors from universities. My question now is those judge or a jury on the final, you know, final jury for the projects. If they found wild imagination projects, it's practical, it is verified technology, but they don't use to it in Saudi Arabia. This will affect the entrepreneur. So do you have an idea about these judge criteria? It's written there perfect, but we are afraid that when we go there and we start talking about project, they will claim that, oh, no, this is 2050 project. Thank you.
Well, I thank you for this good questions. First of all, you remember in the beginning, I said that when we create a product, try to create something that people will use it. Okay. Second thing, I don't agree with you that there is no access to university incubators or accelerators. Okay, there is huge by the government, by other institutions like مساعد, to help all the startups, to help all, especially young ones. We are mentoring, you know, young people all the time. And first of all, when there is an idea, it should many steps. The first one, it is the feasibility, if it is feasible or not. And after that, okay, you know, there will be the business model, the business plan, the funding, etc. So there's a huge, you know, movement of funding these days or these 2 years, especially in our region. So sorry, I don't agree with you. If you have after the competition, and contact any incubator, you can contact me. I will show you how to do it, because I know some of these incubators, they may help you. And if we will try to tailor your idea, even if it is super genius, okay, and maybe it is 2050, we can make it 2025. It's okay.
عذرا عن المقاطعة دكتور مراد، لكن أعتذر أنك انتهى الوقت.
It's time.
شكرا لك دكتور مراد.
Okay.
شكرا للحضور جميعا.
Okay.
نلقاكم غدا بإذن الله.
الله يخليك أستاذ حسن. يلا. سلام عليكم.